I couldn't do this. St. John 14, go down to the 21st verse, 21. Do I have a reader tonight? Y'all got another mic? You can read, Mackenzie? You can read good? Come on down and sit down. Mackenzie want to read. Let us sit where you sit there after. You know, read. St. John 14 and 21. What is that?
He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he is that loveth me.
So let's find the definition of love. Love don't have anything to do with your emotions. I'm talking about loving God. It got nothing to do with your heartbeat. But you can have that for people, and you can have that for the wrong people. And then it supersedes his commandments. It didn't say, if you love me, you're going to be sweating about me, your heart going to be beating fast. He said, if you love me, you're going to keep my commandments. Now, I must confess, this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. By the time God starts stripping you of you, he'll strip you of you. And some people are so strong within themselves. To be honest with you, the people that are come to a certain place in God, they are actually weaker. Because we know we couldn't do this. We know we couldn't do that. If in the world, you stronger. With your, I love hard. If I would put my love any place else besides God, I'd be messed up. You know how women love hard? That's how I am. When I love something, I love it. You know, y'all fall in love with a man, he can have 15 girlfriends. You get like, you ignore everything you see. Because you love hard. I did that with God. I love hard. I gave him everything. He's the only one I trusted. He's the only one I saw that I can really trust with my heart. People can take your heart and do what they want to do. And you're so naive, a person can take your heart and twist it, and you ignore what you see. So, start off St. John 14:21. What is that?
He that
Half.
he hath my commandments and keepeth them, he is it that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him.
Keep on reading.
Judas said unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world?
Keep on reading.
Jesus answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and he will come unto him, and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me.
So he said, now let me give you a scenario of who love me and who don't love me. Because God's words and his sayings are not for our flesh. They're going to go against your flesh. So it's the person, all of us get the same Holy Ghost, they have the same start and everything. It's how far you going to go with it. How much when he say, okay, get away from this or embrace this. St. John 8 in your Bibles, and the 40, let's go up to the 39th verse. What is that? 39. Now listen, God called a spade a spade. Read.
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus said unto him, if ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. But now ye seek to kill me, a man that hath told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. They said to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said unto them, if God were your Father, ye would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither I came from...
What verse you at? 42. Read. Start over at 42.
Jesus said unto them, if God were your Father, ye would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither I came of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my word? Ye are of your father the devil, and the rest of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he's a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not.
Now, is when you can embrace the truth. Can you embrace the truth? Can you take the words that God said? It looked like no matter how much I talk about suffering with Christ and it's not about you, people just can't get it. No matter how much, okay, the kids got to go to school, you got to go to work, you got to go to church. Everybody gonna have something tugging at them in their life. And then the person who don't have anything but yourself to fight, that's the biggest fight, dealing with yourself. St. John 15. And the Lord want to deposit something, but when you allow, it's who you feed. Who you gonna feed? You can feed your flesh. You can fast and you can pray. Or who you feed. But when you are willing to give yourself for what you want, but you won't give yourself for God, God knows that. And a person will get locked in. They'll get locked in to this is the way I feel, and then you don't even see that you're going extra for what you want. But you put him on the back burner. And he always on the back burner. God always on the back burner. How can God send a soul? I mean, you all, a visitor come, and then you don't even, you sit there and talk with one another and won't even take no time out for a new person. God, people, you forgot what you was here for. It's all about souls. It's all about souls. But when you don't esteem yourself, it's about you. St. John 15. Let's go to the 10th verse. What does it say?
If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandment, and abide in his love. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth
there's no one gonna love you like Jesus. You ain't gonna find nobody to love you. And then when he said, I want you to have this, and you don't want this, you don't want what he got for you. Now, there's certain things, ministry-wise, you don't have no choice. Everybody have to be sent. Now, when it comes to marriage, you can choose what you want, yes or no, to this, that, or another. But I don't care nothing about people who go and talk to you and won't talk to me. I want you to come telling me nothing about somebody who talking to you, but they won't talk to Bishop. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what decision you make. Because you go and talk to someone else, that's telling you right there that they really don't want to hear what I got to say. That's why they're talking to you. That's exactly why they're talking to you, because they don't want to hear what I got to say. Why? Because people will go around and they try to find somebody to agree with them. Find somebody. One of the brothers got with me and said, Lord dealing with me about cutting people loose. I said, cut them loose. And then he started naming them. And does that matter to me? That don't matter to me. Because if you round a person and they acting one way around Bishop, and then they act another way when I'm not around, you need to cut that person loose. They don't have no respect for you. I can talk about my women, I can talk about the sin, I can talk about all this other stuff, but when I get around Bishop, I ain't finna talk about none of that stuff. You know, this is what I like. Look, I ain't finna go down with you. When you get close to something, when you get close to Jesus, He's gonna pull you up. When you get close to anything, they're gonna pull you where they at. You ain't pulling me where you at. That's all I got. They not with us just for them to stay. It's supposed to be kingdom mind, Sister Jeannie Man. I said it right? Jesse Man. You know what I'm talking about, you don't you? You know what I'm talking about, you. It's Jesse Man. You know, it's Jesse Man. They not round us. I don't think they round us just because they need a place to stay. God got them here for them to be saved. That's the reason why. Can't nobody be around us like that. And if I present salvation to them and they don't want it, they're gonna be gone. Simple as that. I don't think that way. You know, they got FEMA got them here. No, FEMA ain't got them here. God got them here. And we supposed to be the one taking them to God, putting this in them, salvation in them. You know, I was looking at a picture. How Days and Lease, how y'all got him? I was looking at a picture, Days and Lease. We was in Okeechobee. I think you was 2, you was 3. A little Billy thing, you know. And I said to myself, them girls was that little when they came to church? You still had babies, you know. So y'all remember we had church in the garage, dude? You remember that? You were 2 years old. You remember that lady fell on the floor, that big old lady? I couldn't pick her up. She fell down there where the oil was leaking for the car at, because we had started the church in their garage. You know, I said, oh Lord, that ain't no holy oil, that's car oil. That woman fell down there, and that oil was all on that floor. I said, man, we got to do something. We got to cover this floor up, and so forth. Now, I ain't even think. You remember that too, Dave? No wonder Trump trying to get rid of them. You know, Lisa was 2 years old. Deja was 3 years old. Them kids grew up around the church. Now, what you think? They go to school, and the boys hollering at them. These days, girls and boys, y'all turn them phone down. The girls and boys holler at you nowadays. And then because they was raised in this environment, now the Lord got stipulations. When you ignorant, you ignorant. But when you know something, he said, now, they know a little something. Luke 12. You know, tell the Lord thank you. 12th chapter Luke. Even Jesse May
and Greg. He was just a man, Greg. They are held accountable now. I ain't gonna say just a man. Just a man, not. God just saved her. He'll just save her. I ain't gonna say she held him accountable. Greg is held him accountable because he got enough to know. Sit here, take the time. You watch Bishop. You watch me. I'm gonna live this word in front of you. Go to Luke 12 and 47. What it say?
And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself neither there according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Keep on reading.
But he that knew not and committed things worthy of stripes shall be
did commit things.
worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much of him they will ask the more.
So the 47th verse say, and the servant which knew his Lord's will. I'm teaching y'all the Lord's will. And you didn't prepare yourself, he said you're going to be beaten with many stripes. Now that person, the 48th verse, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with just a few. For the people who he kept the truth from, he said, they'll go through a little something. But you that are here, and you hear this, he said, you're going to suffer many stripes. Why? Because he said, I require more for unto whomsoever much is given of him, that even you can't even look at, okay, it look like God doing something a little different for Nuke than it is Stephen. God know where he came from, he know where he came from. And then if one of them came from more sin, so when you come to God, he said, I require more from you. You know I deliver you from a whole. I brought you from a mighty long. How many of y'all have God brought from a mighty long way? Deep sin. Okay, now you can't come into church and think you're gonna be like little man right here. You know, hey, what, you ever drunk any liquor? What you looking back at your mama for? You ever smoking a cigarette? What kind of liquor you drunk? Beer or liquor? I'm thinking I'm gonna make a lesson from this. I'd have learned a lesson. How you felt when you drank the liquor? You ain't feel nothing? Sheree, you know what you're talking about? For the cold? Oh. What you call that? You had a piece of wood in there too? Turpentine? The Sequin gin. You put the gin, turpentine, and it's for a cold and sick. You ain't put no turpentine in there? You know. What he saying? With who? Who gave it to you? Who gave it to you? Your auntie. Your mama know nothing about that? She know now. You ain't know nothing about that? You know. But anyway, this boy done throw my Bible lesson all out. I'm thinking I'm finna use. I'm finna say, now he ain't even drunk no liquor, and he can say, I can't even say that now. You know. But there are some people whose sins are greater. And then when God saved you, you can't be coming in him like Mackenzie. Mackenzie, you ever drunk any liquor?
Jesus.
For the cold, right? Okay, for the cold. Well, that's different. Because in most of your cough syrup and everything is alcohol in there. So we all, even if you ain't never drunk a drink before, NyQuil got 25% alcohol in it. MD 2020 got 11% alcohol in it. Y'all know what MD 2020 is, the wine? Okay, that's 11% alcohol, but NyQuil got 25%. So we ain't talking about, I'm talking about casual, you go to the liquor store in a liquor bottle, drunk that kind of liquor. Well, you ain't confessing none of that to me. Why you gonna confess to everything else? Why you ain't confess that? You know, I guess the confession came out tonight. But when God wants more from you, he wants more from you because he delivered you from much. And then when he gets you, you're supposed to take everything. So one day you're gonna have to help some young person who's drinking liquor. That's gonna be your ministry. Everything that you fell for is supposed to turn into your ministry. You're not allowed to come in here and say, well, you don't understand what I went through before I was saved. I was abused. I was misused. Who ain't went through something? Who ain't too many? One is many have been molested, abused, raped, beat up. Don't believe these people. Come on, Tammy used to have wrecks by himself. Major wrecks. I said, well, who you hit? Nobody, a bitch. I said, well, what was wrong? Was you sleeping?
That time I got mad, I passed out.
You got mad?
I was mad at my mother. I came around the corner, I just went flat. I know, crash.
You were saved then? Oh yeah, that was a demon. I wasn't saved. Yeah, and how you gonna be? You gonna come to the kingdom, and the very place where he chose. See, he chose to bring them here, and this is supposed to be a blessing. How you gonna take the place where he chose to put you to bless you, and you turn it into a curse? God was taking Israel from Pharaoh. And what he's saying to them, living in the woods with God is better than being in slavery with Pharaoh. Until they start complaining about living in the woods with God. God had their meat to fly out the sky and just land there. The quail would just fly out the sky and just sit there. They ain't have to get no bow and arrow. They ain't have to do nothing. They just sit there and pick them up, and he will only allow them to get enough food for one day, except for Friday. Then he allowed them to get enough food for Friday and Saturday, because he didn't want them hunting or anything on the Sabbath. That was a day of rest. And so in that process of doing all of that, he took care of them every day, and they started complaining. And the very thing that was a blessing, which was meat, became illness to them. Because they complaining, because they ain't happy. How God gonna be in you? How God from heaven that came inside of you? You're gonna look back at it one day. You're gonna look back at it one day. God from heaven inside of you. Just like when I read the Bible and I see in there where Moses held up a rod for the Red Sea, and at the party, or ocean the party, and I'm saying, the Lord, why don't people then believe you? And then here it is, he done came inside of you, and you can't even connect with him. I don't want what he wants. I still want what I want. So why you came to church? You came to church because you had it all together? You came to church because you needed help. Exodus 20. He only going to show mercy to the ones who live in him. Exodus 20:1. Read.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Now, every time you hear Egypt, Egypt represents the world, person going back in the world. So when you hear that word Egypt, He said, I brought you out of the land of Egypt. That means I brought you out of the world. Read.
out of the house of bondage.
And bondage is whatever you was hooked on, whether it was sex, whether it was drugs, whether it was alcohol, whether it was you just wanted some attention or whatever it was. He said, now out of the house of bondage. Read.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything.
That's why you're not supposed to have no pictures of anything that you think is Jesus or God. You're not supposed to have no pictures, none. You're not supposed to draw nothing or have no image of what you saying, this God. No images of him. Read.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Actually, you don't really supposed to have no pictures of no angels neither. And there ain't even no female angels. You're not supposed to have no pictures of nothing that's up above. Why? Because you could be looking at that. So everything that we even, you know what you're going to be baffled about? Is when you actually see an angel and find out they don't look nothing like what you seen on the wall. Angels can change their appearance and look like a human, but that's not their appearance. But then you done got you don't supposed to have no angels, pictures and sculptures in your house and so forth, because you sitting here creating an image, you create something. This is why they couldn't recognize Jesus. He riding on a donkey. And the children holler, Hosanna! Hosanna! They recognize him. And they didn't recognize that was God in the flesh riding in on a donkey. And they done read about it. They've been taught that he was coming in. The Messiah is coming. He's coming. The Messiah is coming. And he coming now, and they can't even recognize him. How in the world God come in your life and you can't even recognize him? How in the world an opportunity to come to be saved and to come up higher and you can't even recognize it? Because you be wrapped up in your flesh. Read.
Or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and the fourth generations of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. I will show mercy to thousands of them that love me. I mean, at one point in their life, they weren't connected with me. 1 Corinthians 10. Y'all love the Lord? 22. Read.
Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he?
Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than him? Is that what you're going to do? Go to 2 Corinthians. Tell the Lord, thank you.
Thank you.
Whatever you want me to have, that's what I want to have. First verse.
Paul, an apostle of Jesus by the
No,
Lord.
2 Corinthians 11 and 1. 2 Corinthians. What you got in here to drink, Kim?
Would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me.
Nah. That first verse is really saying, put up with me with a little bit of my foolishness. Would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. Can you tolerate me while I'm going through this right now? Can you just put up with me? I'm in my feelings. That's what the first verse talking about. Second verse.
For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Now this is God talking to us. This is why Oprah Winfrey left Christianity. I'm a servant of God that's jealous of me. Read.
For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a church.
He said, right now, I'm your man. I'm your husband. And he said, now, here it is. I done called you in him. And you in the truth. I done came inside of you. And then you showing me that you interested in something else. You're all right. But you know, I'm really into this. You're all right. You're all right with me. You good. You know, but I'm really into what I want. I want to be saved. People can't adjust to this. They can't adjust to this wonderful life and the life that God do. Go to 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, and the 4th verse.
For out much affliction and anguish of heart I wrote unto you with many tears, not that ye should be grieved, but that ye might know the love which I have more abundantly unto you.
He said, now, you said, what's going on in my life? He said, what's going on in my life? I'm giving out all this love, but I ain't getting it back in return. Do you know I love you more than you love me? You love you to death. You know, I see the potential in Timmy. I was talking about Timmy and Jeremiah today. Newt loved to preach. He don't need no audience. He can go by himself. He don't need no Facebook likes. He preached, and to him, he on spot. That's his desire. He loved preaching. So he ain't waiting. He ain't gonna wait on his turn to preach up him. And he did ask me, who preaching at the Vacation Bible School this year? I said, I don't know. So he hinting at me, am I preaching? You gonna let me preach? That's what he really saying. Who preaching this year? Because he ready to preach and so forth. So are you going to embrace what God gave you, or are you going to turn around and want something else? He embracing. We sit here and laugh and we joke, but he embracing his ministry. And he'll do it with you or without you. Why? You know, I guess he like to hear himself preach. He think he preached like Bishop Baum. You know, that's what we listen to Bishop Baum. And he free. So he ain't doing it according to your likes. Because I don't think one person be looking at him, no eye. So he ain't got no critics, he ain't got no apostle be looking at him. I look at him. And apostle tell me sometimes, you know, you seen Nope? I said, no, I ain't seen Nope. Yeah, he went to sleep on Facebook. The man of God said, I'm afraid of you. Galatians 4. I'm afraid. He said, I'm afraid that I'm wasting my time. I'm afraid. I said to the Lord, Lord, if you want someone to grow, because I blame myself. I said, I just recently said that to him. I said, Lord, if you don't want all of me, if you don't want me to pull all of me into them, just let me know. Because I'm not trying to force what I have on nobody. One thing he gave me was a relationship with him. He comforts me. I go to him when I'm hurting. I want to please him so it ain't nothing everybody in my life know I love Jesus more than I love them. Ain't nobody in my, I let them know and I show it to them. I love Jesus. Do anybody have a, that's why me and you gonna get along. You love Jesus? Me and you good. See, me and you all right. Let me know if anybody mess with you. You love Jesus? I love Jesus. That's enough for me right there. I can work with that. I love you too. That's all right. We're on the same page. That's why the Lord sent you. You my mom too. All right? I'm your son. And your father. Figure that out. It's all right with me. As long as we together. You know, all I got to do is find out, ooh, I'm serious. She said she loves Jesus. I got something to work with. I got something to work with that right there. You know what? God can do it because she said it. You sit around here, she went around go to speaking in tongues. Well, the other day, you know, my phone was ringing up something. It was Sister Jackie, Taisha, and they were riding. And that was the night, the day after Tim T's daughter was down there shouting in Leela. And so I finally answered the phone. I said, well, what happened? What the baby name? Abigail or Hannah? I know y'all listening to this, huh? The Abigail. Abigail was, they say, Abigail speaking in tongues. I said, okay. They told me the first time. I said, well, if she really spoke, it's gonna happen again. Now, Abigail can't talk. I don't know how she is, but she can't talk. So I'm saying, and me, I said, well, she's gonna baby talk, you know. And so she started doing it again. And then Sister Jackie was back there looking, you know, I guess she was checking to see was this really God. The child looked at him and said, God got this. But speaking in tongues. And the child can't talk. You know, little bit of baby. Why? Because now he want to raise up a generation. He want to raise up a generation because he see what's developing. You see the hearts of people. That's why I told you to hold on to what you got. People gonna turn. Now wait a minute now. That new position you got, what you say that new position you got? QA. What that position you got, Sam? Inspect. What Joanna said?
I said chicken lady.
Chicken lady. Now, which one pay the most money? Wait a minute, you make more money than them?
Not yet, I ain't started yet, but that they work on.
Hey, you make more money than Stephen? That's the chicken killer. So the chicken killer make more money than you.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Yeah. What is that? No. Well, you a murderer too, cause you eat it. What he killed, you ate it today.
I didn't eat that. I didn't eat that.
You know, see that's why I'm trying to get you closer, cause you's a strange brother. Galatians 4:11. 4:11. What is that?
I am afraid of you, least I have bestowed upon your labor in vain.
And Paul saying, I'm afraid that all of this that I'm pouring inside of you, you ain't receiving it. And my labor in vain, you're scaring me. You're scaring me. I'm pouring into you. I'm sharing with you. And it's frightening what I see. He said, and my labor is in vain? I'm afraid of you. What's afraid? I'm afraid to get too close to you. Because why? Because I love you and I'm afraid you're going to hurt me. Why? Because I literally treat you and feel you as my children. And to know what I know, to know what God, the plans that God got for you, but you want something else. It's scary. Why? Lord, is they going to hurt me? Is you going to let them hurt me? You know, what that boy giving you a ride home for? Why you didn't catch the bus? And how you normally get home? How the bus leave you? So he didn't say nothing to you when he took you home? You a gentleman? Okay. All right. I'm just checking. You know, y'all love the Lord? I'm afraid that am I going down to the 19th verse, because ain't no woman having no baby in the spirit. Only men have them. They have babies. You all have babies in the natural. Men have them in the spirit. Galatians 4 and 19, what it say?
My little children, of whom I have travail in birth again until Christ be formed in you.
So I'm carrying you until Christ be formed in you. And it's scary to see you trying to raise a child up. It's scary to see you're a preacher. I talked to Newt for a while. I said, Newt, look, I respect the fact that you love preaching. And it's good that you love preaching, but you got to love souls. You can't just be, what kind of preacher is you? You're up there preaching and then you ain't even concerned about no soul. What your preaching is for? For you to stand up there and look good? I said, son, love a soul. Somebody come and they want to be saved, then the mission's been accomplished. Now that you got to live the life. You don't sit up here and preach and then act like Apostle saying, oh, they act like movie stars now. The preachers acting like movie stars now. You know, they just felt that I don't entertain y'all for the day. I ain't studying you. I got to live my life. I said, boy, preach for souls. Love souls. If that ain't the motive behind your preaching is in vain. If your ministry ain't behind winning a soul, how can somebody be a visitor in this church and then you all sit after church, you sitting there talking to each other and the person standing over here by themselves? When Pastor McLeod had that mind, Brother McLeod did it. Purposely. That's when they start ostracizing. The Lord said, get away from that person, get away from that person. He said, I find myself by myself. And then after church, I'm looking around to see the visitor over there. I said, well, it's so nice to have you. You know. And I said, you must be Brother McLeod. I said, yes, ma'am. They told me you'll be the one. You already got a reputation. I said, if anybody gonna greet you, Brother McLeod gonna greet you. I wasn't the pastor. I was just a brother. I wasn't even no minister. Why? Kingdom-minded. Kingdom-minded. I didn't know it was going to take me to the ministry. I didn't know it was going to take me to being an elder. I didn't know it was going to take me being a pastor, district elder, or overseer, a bishop, presiding bishop. I didn't know that kingdom mind was going to take me this far. I didn't know that I know God like this. Because all I want, and still do, all I really want is just to be saved. That's all I want. But I am concerned about souls. The soul. Y'all love the Lord? Any questions? All righty. Have no questions? Tell the Lord thank you. Do you love me? Do you love God? He done proved 1 Corinthians 16. because he already written, just in case you don't love me, let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you about yourself. Let me tell you what's going to happen to you if you don't love me. 16 and 22.
If any man love not the Lord Jesus
I
Christ,
can't hear you. What did it say?
if any man love not the Lord Jesus Christ, let him be an anathema,
Maranatha.
Maranatha.
Anathema. Maranatha. If any man love not the Lord Jesus Christ, let him be anathema. Maranatha. If you don't love me, well, let you be anathema. Maranatha. Look it up. Google it. You say, anybody that don't love me, I'm going to make you look up the word. I'm going to make it so deep and let you know you don't love me. I died for you. Jesus died for you, and you don't love him. You see, and the theme Maranatha to you. Anybody found it? Oh, Leo must have got it. What is it?
A person or thing detested or loathed, as something is an demon. A person or thing accursed or consigned to damnation or destruction, or form of
Well, you done said it. You're cursed. Any of you in here is going to love him. You say, how do you know when you love the God? How you know? Huh? Huh? Keep his commandments. If you keep his commandments, one of them is to love his people. Keep his commandments. If you keep my commandments, y'all get the communion ready. Where the table at? Y'all use that? You say, if you love me, so let it be a curse if you don't love me. Rough life. You love, I came to you, but do you love me? When you always find reasons to dispute, I don't care if it was one, I've seen saints get mad at one person, then it went to two, then it went to three, until they finally build themselves up and look me in the face and say, you against me. I said, oh, not me? When I look them in the face, I see a demon. Oh, and finally you were made to wear up to me. You were mad with everybody. One sister left the church in Alabama. She was my secretary. And she felt a sister was against her. And so, Pastor, see him over there looking at me? And I look at her. I said, man, no people ain't looking at you. Yes, they is.